Hello everyone and welcome to the Saturday Geeks console review with me, John Parker, and...
Me, Jack Howling, and today we are reviewing the Omnisphere Vortech console. Now again, this is a completely new system that we are taking a look at. It is, I suppose, one of the most popular, would you say?
Vortech has been known. I haven't seen it around the areas that I've been teleporting to, because the most of the Doctor Who sims that I go to are NLS, H2O, Neve Noir, Novatech, etc. I've not really seen Vortech around the areas I've seen, but I know it is one of the popular systems, or at least I've heard people talk about it.
I have seen it being used quite a lot in many popular sims, such as the Tardis region and many others as well.
Oh, it's popped up, yeah. I mean, it's like the same leagues with Wits, really, in my opinion. It's kind of it feels to me as if it's disappeared in the distance, but it's still there. I just haven't looked. I need to look, which is what we're doing today. So.
And in all fairness, from what we've seen so far, it is actually quite decent.
Yes,
it actually is a good.
To start with, it's a bit, a little bit of a jitter, but we think that we think after looking at the manual, we think that we've got it.
Yep.
we're about to find out.
Okay, so John, take it away.
Okay then, so as you can see in my inventory right now, I've got the folder here. We've also gone ahead and bought the Tron exterior because we also want to have a little experimentation with a custom exterior. But to start with, I'll just show the main thing. We bought the Omnisphere, which is a nice design that we saw on the vendor. And as you can see, I've got two hoods here. The reason for that is I've made a copy because I like to have a copy of the hood. That way I can keep the original just in case something goes wrong.
So just ignore that.
Yeah. So first steps first is, I believe, you have to first of all wear that, and it'll do a little bit of checking. You'll get this option. I always choose res off first because we don't want it rezzing when I start teleporting all over the place to start with. Otherwise, you're going to get loads of exteriors just rezzing everywhere, and we're not going to have a good time. So the next thing you want to do is, I think it's the Omnisphere updater, which will put the Omnisphere into my hood. Now, I've had a small problem with this before where I click it and nothing happens. So let's hope that when I click it now, it will do something useful. Thank God for that. So that'll install it into my hood.
Change to midnight.
Ah, yes. Midnight. There you go. And there we go. Now, Omnisphere should be, cross fingers, in my hood, so I should now be able to close that for now. Click the top part of the hood. I'm just going to go ahead and move that to the right and down a bit so I can just position it next to my HO hood. And I'm going to click the console star option and then the console I want. That's going to go ahead and register that little box there on the left. It says ready. And then it asks me for what height. I'm going to go for 3000. And then I'm going to click the box. And then we're going to wait. And it should res a police box in front of us that we can go up to our console. Just take a little while. There we go.
Well, first it constructs the interior, and then.
And there we go. Then it
plan.
Yep.
I actually like that, to be honest. That is one of the things I caught up with. I like how it lands the exterior or summons exterior as soon as it's raised the first time.
I think the reason why it takes a little bit longer is because of the distance. So the box has to travel that distance. And there you go, the door's nicely open for us.
A bit slow, I think, the doors.
Yeah, it's a smooth animation, I suppose. It just took them a while to do that. Right, so if I go ahead and teleport inside. Now, once you've resed your Vortech console, you have to link it to your hood. Very easy to do. All you got to do is power the system on. So press the power button. Wait for it to power up. And then simply take off. And that's it. After your console has properly took off, you'll hear it with the sound. That's the booting up of the engines. And then the takeoff. Now your hood should be linked. And everything from here on out should work fine. So Jack, where do you want to start? Oh, I better first of all give Jack access to this console, which I'm going to do by choosing the power options and putting on group mode, which will make the TSC land management group that we use for the land, which Jack's in, to be allowed him to control the system.
Well, first things I do want to point out is that design-wise, it looks fantastic. I do love the kind of blue haze that it kind of gives off. I mean, it is just it's half prim, half mesh. But ain't nothing wrong with prim at all.
No.
Controls, no, they look fairly basic, but I'm trying to think of the good word for it. It is a very user-friendly console.
Interface, yeah.
Well, yeah, actually both.
It's all
yeah.
laid out nicely, and
Mm-hmm.
there's no messing about. The power controls are over here. Your door and mic. That's your intercom, effectively. There's buttons there. Color changes and seats. So those like miscellaneous controls are there. You've got the better turn the text on. There you go. Detonation, observation, which is your observation window.
The observation is pretty impressive. Let me just.
Landing, halting, randomization, takeoff. As you can see, that's the observation. Just darkens the area so you can't see out.
Yeah, like a concealed dome. Boom. That's good. But yeah, fairly basic layout, but at the same time, it's definitely something that, well, it is actually something I'd actually like to use quite a lot.
And this console uses a texture animation rotor rather than a physical movement rotor. So, not my favourites. Not my favourite. I
really,
do prefer
no.
moving parts.
Yeah.
But it gives the feel of energy surging through the rotor tube. So it's up to you whether you like that. I just chose this design because I did like how sci-fi it looked. But apparently I have been told that Vortech do some really cool sci-fi designs.
So we'll, hopefully in the future we will get to explore that. But the main thing with this video is to talk about the system itself.
Yeah.
So for now I will leave design until we go into another video when we do another review for a different console. But for now, let's focus on the actual functionality itself. So
I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the most basic systems that we don't actually care about, but they're there as a cool extra. Let me show you. First of all, the seats. If you click that, you should see 2 seats. Now, unfortunately, when they did these seats, they didn't actually script them to be sittable, which is a little daft. And also, they don't delete with the console, and seeing as there's no DRes functionality, you have to manually delete both the console and the seats. As far as I'm aware, we could be missing an option for that. But when I click the console option, I just get destruct. Destruct will do the same thing as deleting it, which we might actually demonstrate, Jack. But
I mean, if you don't really want to kind of blow up the console if you're in like a sandbox or something, it would have been ideal to have a DRes option. I mean,
yeah.
Is there anything under the console at all, do you think? Or
I mean, there's a removal script in the seats, but I don't actually know how to trigger it. I'm gonna guess it's part of the detonation thing, but I guess detonation is your removal thing. But yeah, so that's the seats. Unless you have to click them again. Do you have to click it again? Ah, yeah, you click the button again. That makes sense. Okay.
Oh.
It's a toggle button.
Fair enough.
And you got the colour changer, which literally just does what it says on the tin and allows you to choose whatever favourite colour you like. Even red. Give that cloistery look.
I like red.
Pink, for those who like that colour. Yellow, for a bit more sinister. And there's classic white. Or blue and white are the classical colours for this console. I think blue was the
original.
Yeah.
The default, as they call it, default. So, right, other than that, the mic speaker, well, that kind of speaks for itself. Although, actually...
Although I have not... I tested that system out. I couldn't get it to properly function.
What
Can I have a little go again?
Yeah.
If I summon the exterior... I'll tell you what.
Do you want to go to the ground and summon?
Yeah, I'll go to the platform. Okay, and then I'll summon. Now, you'll notice, guys, on my screen, that when I summon, I have to actually select which console I last used. I really do wish that he had kind of linked the HUD properly up to the console where it actually knows which one you've used. But this might be a cool feature. It might be that they want it so that if you're using multiple consoles, it'll know which one then that you're talking about. So I'm going to say, okay, I want the Omnisphere. I'm going to choose my exterior. I do believe there's a little script error I get when I do this, though. We'll soon find out. Oh, no, I didn't get the script error. That's good. I used to have a texture script error issue, but it hasn't happened, so that's good news. And there we go, guys. So am I landing now? Does it sound like it's landing to you?
Yep.
Good.
Right, I've turned on the microphone speaker, so I'm gonna say something now.
Yeah, nothing happened. What happens if I open the doors? Hang on. Try now. Nothing happening?
Well, the doors haven't opened here. And I can't open them because for some reason the doors are locked for the owner only.
What if I can override that? Unlock.
Nope. Oh, wait. Huh. Okay, let's try again.
Nothing.
Hang on, wait, don't do anything, don't do anything. Oh, trying to click the button again and... Oops.
What happened?
I've... Oh, crap. Oh. I have absolutely no idea what I did. But no, it's not even working now.
Is there an option on the hood, maybe? Exterior.
Hang on. Whoa, John?
Console.
John? You know, said I couldn't open the...
Online?
Come in for a second, will you?
Well, here's a perfect example to... Oh, it's actually properly linked now. That's good. I had an issue with teleporting into the console.
Press that red button. Okay, that makes no sense at all.
Ah.
Turn around, right, watch the door. Now I'm pressing the red button. Not allowed. But there's a door button next to the microphone and speaker.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is the point in that? I don't understand what that is.
That script obviously isn't, it's only programmed for only use then.
But yeah,
Oh, well.
you try pressing the microphone and speaker button.
Yeah, that broke. So as you can see, guys, a feature that isn't exactly working in this console. Whether or not that's just a bug with this console or not sure. But what it's meant to do is, if you talk in the console, I think it outputs it on the exterior. I don't know whether it would work the other way around though, because it is a microphone only. I don't think you'll probably hear other people's conversations, which would make sense because that would be in line with Second Life, rather Linden Labs' terms of service. So, so that's okay then. We'll ignore that for now. Perhaps the future console will determine whether or not that actually is a bug, or whether or not we're doing something wrong. So guys, we just checked the manual for that microphone button. Apparently it only works if it's landed on a Reza pad. Do I have a Reza pad with me?
When it says Reza pad, does it mean Reza box? As in like land? As in like land?
I think so, because I have Reza pads. I have to look into that.
Why don't we actually land at a location? That way we can show off the problems. Well,
we could try. Yeah, we could try. Well, I can do that. First of all, let's take off. Apparently, the doors opened when I took off.
Okay.
Okay. So we're taking off, and then when it's probably took off. One sec.
Oh, I found the info page thing. Look.
Info page. Where's that?
Okay. First, you know where I'm standing? You've got a little screen called press play. Don't touch it. Okay. For some reason, when I clicked it, yours was still saying press play. Oh, did you just highlight it then?
Because it's HTML.
Really?
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's an in-world web browser. It's obviously using the URL system.
Huh. Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool actually.
We could do that for our system. That'd be really cool.
Yeah,
But anyway,
that's really good actually. Anyway, as we were saying.
or something similar to that anyway, because I'm a bit query about using query. I'm a bit weird about using HTML in World. I've had bad experiences. Anyway, right. So we're gonna land. So I'm gonna go ahead and click the land option, and it'll then say, okay, how do you want to land? Grid wide, private, or an avatar? I'm gonna go grid wide. I'm gonna choose my exterior, and then I'm going to wait for it to tell me page 1. Let's go Brunel Hall. Actually, let's not go Brunel Hall because that'll be in Babbage, and that means we might suffer some lag. So let's not do that.
Go to the place. Go to the place we was in before.
Which one? I've forgotten what that was.
I think it was the second line left first. Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. Yes, Chronopolis Town. Yeah. So please tell how long to leave the Tardis parked. An hour will do.
It's got your time. Hang on. Did you have an option to say never? To say stay?
I don't know. But I just thought that might be the reason why the other exterior stayed there when we was testing it. We'll see and see.
Okay. Here we go.
Setting engines for temporal displacement. Notice that the halt button is flashing. And there we go, it stopped flashing now. The halt button can be used to stop the TARDIS one flight. So there we go.
Which actually, by the way, before we head out, so basically, does that mean if we are about to land somewhere and we go, oh wait, you know what, forget that. Now, that I believe is this is the first system where they've actually done something like that, because before with HO and NLS and others, we have to use the takeoff thing.
Well, actually, once you click halt, the engines will stop dead, and you will have to retake off again.
Oh right.
It literally puts the brakes on, and wherever you were going, ignores.
Still, that kind of goes with my theory of wanting to have, more user interaction. So.
I'll demonstrate that when we come back in. I'm going to quickly pop out then. You stay in the console, Jack.
Oh, yep. Should I turn the microphone on?
Wait for the... Yes, please do. The doors haven't opened, and I can't open them. That's another thing with this system, by the way, guys, that, as you can see, even though I own the console, the way the exterior seems to be scripted is, if you're not the owner of the actual box, you ain't getting in. Which I'm not happy with. Have you turned the thing on?
I'm typing now.
It's working.
Oh, it is working. There we go then.
Apparently, according to the manual, you have to be within 20 meters, which I am, so I should be able to go. Has it worked?
Do something again, but not the word hello, just something different. Oh, yeah, it's just taking a very long time to come through.
Oh, right. Hang on, how long?
Hang on.
20 seconds?
Well, this one's taking longer than the last one. Because I said hello, and your hello with the question mark took a while to come through, but now this next one you sent is just taking ages. I don't even think it's even going to come through. Try sending another one again, I don't know. Try, No. Hang on, that's just come through. But hi. So I've got hello and hi, but not...
I don't know what I'm typing. But yeah,
that didn't come through.
If it was gonna take 20 seconds, I was thinking they probably used LL email, in which case, yeah, that's gonna take a long while. But because it's taking quite quick when you were saying that, I'm gonna guess it's every other message.
Hang on, no, that's just come through.
But I bet if I do another one, it won't. Am I right? Not come through?
It's hanging. Okay, so there has to be a delay between when you send one and when you send another.
Yeah, it must be every other though. I bet that one's come through. Has it come through?
Nope. Oh wait, yes, it has now.
Yeah, there must be a huge delay on the intercom.
Do
But
you
oh
think
well,
it
now
might be our region though?
it could be, but I don't know. But
Okay.
anyway, so as you can see, guys, I've got a bit of a dilemma now. Can't get back in, so I'm gonna have to go back. But I went to the wrong part. So let's do that again. There we go.
Hmm.
Right.
Do you want to try a different location just in case? It's best to do a fair test.
Yes.
I'm just curious because I just can't believe that you can't get back and open the exterior doors. I just can't believe it. So let's just try some. You try somewhere else.
Oh, see, engines are still warming up. There we go. Grid wide. Oh, I love that sound effect. Page 1. Beethoven. Setting engines for temporal displacement.
Oh, this looks nice. Okay.
Doors are closed again. No. All exteriors are owner locked. Yeah. It's owner locked. It's the owner of the box, not the...
Is there an open door button on the menu? Try clicking on. No, try clicking on the exterior button. Police box. Well, what was that? Oh, nothing.
No, there's nothing.
There's gotta be.
No.
Hang on, let me. No.
Oh well. I personally would class that as not very good scripting. It should send the person... It should send the box to people who have access, or at least the owner's name, at least, just to let them open the door. But oh well. Small things.
It's strange how no one's actually reported that though.
There's also something else I want to mention, where we have landed. So, I can understand electricity on the floor running through from one side to the other to the main console. But if we're landed, why is there no actual visual effect on the rotor that we've landed?
The rotor indeed is very basic, but I think again that just falls under design, so probably not worth. Well, yeah, it's probably not worth mentioning for this system.
I don't
for
like
this,
how the doors open when you take off. I think that's a bug because I already closed the doors.
I just don't get why you've got a red button that only works for the owner and doesn't work for me, yet I've got a button that works both the owner and me.
Anyway, I want to just quickly demonstrate the halt thing. As you can see, we're in flight, and I think I'm allowed to go... There you go. Halt. There
Whoa,
you go.
look at the scanner screen thing.
Yep, we're halted in space. What did you click then?
Observation.
Oh, and then click take off. There we go, look.
Now, the one thing that I want to actually bring up now is the random. Actually, what did you click on to actually land at Alareza?
And the land button.
Okay, so there's two buttons here. I'd actually noticed the other one before. There's random grid and random non-grid. Locked onto random location, standby. Now before, I clicked on random non-grid and it literally didn't work at all. I wonder if this one would be different. Because I didn't try this last time, John.
Yeah, well I did. I have tried it before. Wait, it should land. If it doesn't, I'll.
Oh.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Oh, we're going somewhere. I've got an itchy leg. Oh, please tell me how long you want to leave it. 15, I'll do.
yeah, that's fine.
Oh, see, the doors are closed again.
Actually, John,
Mm.
go back and press the red button. No, nothing.
What if I press it on the actual control itself?
No, nothing. Are we certain there is not a link issue here?
To be honest, probably is. It probably is that they just didn't script the door system
And
properly.
click on the hood. Right, let me just look at this for a second. Summon Dima, unlock, lock, res on, res off. Click on the star console star.
That just raises the console.
Okay, don't do that.
Yeah, to access the console functions, it's console and exterior, but these are basically the same as those buttons. And there's a res pad option. Oh, by the way, funny thing, look. If you choose console, here the menu, main menu option doesn't have a square bracket at the end.
You being picky again, eh?
That was a typo. Because the exterior menu has that. Which means it doesn't work. Because it was typo. The exterior menu has that. The exterior menu does have that. Actually, it works. I just found that funny. But there's res pad. Look, res pad. Drop, hide, main menu, remove and show. Drops the res pad before you. UUID uploads UUID to HUD and displays text. Copy into note card and remove deletes local nearby res nearby. So we'll have to try that out in a few moments.
Just
Guide.
go to exterior.
Mm. Sensor on just dematerializes when you're out of range.
Why is there a spin off button, not a spin on?
Oops, wrong button.
I don't understand this.
Stops Tardis spinning in flight. You're not authorized. Goodbye.
Well, no, I don't think you can.
Yeah, it's owner only. The exteriors are only owner only, guys. Oh well. Let's go back. Let's try installing that new exterior that we bought.
Yeah, go on. We'll have a look at that.
Oh, have you popped in? Yeah, popped
I'm
in.
in.
Good. Wait for it to take off. Right, while it's doing that, drop down. Right, now, instructions, go to the Vortech Tardis folder, which I've got there. Res the HUD on the ground or table, which I've already got on there anyway. Select and edit the HUD and enter the contents tab and drag the exterior from into your exterior folder into the Vortex Tardis HUD contents. After a few seconds, it will appear and load. That's it, all done. Take the HUD back into your inventory, Vortex Tardis folder and wear it. Now when you select summon, you're presented with a choice of your loaded exteriors, and a new exterior will be resed. Go to each of the fresh publications and throw the exterior in there for the community to work on extra sim modes. Okay then. So if I go ahead and drop that onto the ground, go ahead and plonk the exterior in. Let's go ahead and do that. Give it a few seconds to up data. Okay. So now, cross fingers, if I click summon. Yes, so it is Tron.
Now, we both had a look at this exterior, so let's see what it looks like. I like the lantern effect, by the way. One thing I liked with Vortech. Oh, that is
It's
nice.
just particles. Oh my god, I knew I loved this when I bought it.
It's a prim. Not a mesh,
But
but
look at it. It doesn't need to be look. It's just all lines. I love it.
Tron. Wasn't there a Tron console?
No, I searched for it. I could be wrong. I went through them because I was thinking, well, there's got to be some sort of associative, and that's why I went with that
But we
Omnisphere console.
we bought the Tron exterior because it just looked cool anyway. So we just thought,
Look at
oh,
it.
why
It
not?
looks gorgeous.
Go to your the exterior button again. Click on that. I just want to see if we can do any effects. Again, spin off.
No, it doesn't do anything.
Oh wait,
Oh wait, that's
Right.
because.
right,
Now if I do spin off, yeah, there you go. It stops.
right.
But you can't turn it back on. Please box.
Why is there two? Why is there two buttons that do nothing?
Oh, they're using them as like drawing.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
I don't know how to control this thing.
Okay, so apparently I can.
Probably because it's group access. Jack, Jack, bye!
See ya. Oh no! Oh, that is pretty cool actually, to be honest. I have to admit that was actually pretty awesome. Now,
Yeah, I'm liking the Vortex system. It's a little bit buggy, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
the only thing did you see any like shield or phase or
I don't
anything?
think so. Let me just resummon. Summon. Omnisphere. Tron. Because it's my fave. Wait for it. Got itchy ear all.
But yeah, it does seem that their features are slightly limited when it comes to being being flashy or whatever.
I personally am not a fan of their glow effect on the light because it uses particles, and that's an old school way of doing it for those who had low graphics cards who couldn't handle glow. Personally, I don't support that kind of thing. I think no, you should be able to use glow, and there is a glow on the actual doors themselves. And without that glow, actually, can I turn glow off on my graphics? What controls glow, Jack? Is it bump mapping shining? Nope. Local lights? Nope.
I don't.
Yeah, basic shaders.
Uh.
As you can see, it just gets rid of the glow completely, which still looks like a Tron exterior. You know, but you don't get that full effect, and I personally don't support that. Granted, then that means that those who don't have the ability to use glow can't see the effect, but technically, if you have the colour changing on the light, you would be able to see that. So,
If you got a midnight, unfortunately, it doesn't actually light up.
no, there's no lighting on it, which is a bit of a shame. But I do believe, actually, let me just check I do have mod perms, so I could just add an artificial light if I wanted to. But apparently, even though I have mod perms, I can't do that somehow. Oh, there we go. I suppose I could put it in the light, couldn't I? There we go. Ta-da! Light.
Same thing to do that. But yeah, okay, that's fine. Do you want to go back in and we'll finish off just showing off the rest of the features on the console? Yeah, I'm not entirely a fan of the way the doors open so slowly. It doesn't
I don't
really
like
give
how
a
the map doesn't work straight away either. Apparently, I'm no longer allowed to teleport.
Me neither.
Oh, nah. Okay, so
What happened then?
slightly bugged out, I suppose. I have had it where the old TSG system used to have map issues. Second Life just isn't as stable as we'd like it. There we go. Let me in. Oh, you took off for me? Well, okay then.
Hang on, I need to check something.
I like that effect. Ding! Watch y'all do. Oh,
Hang on, I was just checking if... Okay, so the exterior does go. I was just wondering. Right.
yeah, they are partially linked at least.
Yeah. Which again doesn't make no sense. So we couldn't have done any... you know, we couldn't... It couldn't have been like a user error, because
In
as
fact,
you just saw, it worked.
will you do me a big favour? You stay in the console. I'm going to quickly pop to... 1 second.
Another region.
Yes. I was just thinking about which one to best to use. This is the mainland region, so this probably was a stupid idea, but if I summon... Oh dear.
What's that?
It ran out of memory.
It ran out of memory.
Yeah, that's bulked the hood.
What? How is that possible?
Very easily, you just don't do memory management properly. So if I go ahead and summon Omnisphere Tron.
So yeah, folks, we had a bit of an issue with a memory leak in the hood, which is not exactly a good thing. So we had to kind of relink the hood.
It completely broke the hood, and we had to reset the scripts in it, just so that we could relink it and then redo this.
Yeah.
What was we trying for again? What was we testing for? Oh, that was it. Different regions. Is it how linked is the exterior and console? This is very critical, because
Well,
otherwise
the interior has landed, so that's a good sign.
good. That means the hood's definitely connected, so that's good. So if I open the door, she probably won't notice the doors opening in the thing.
They've opened.
Oh, good. Now can I? Apparently, I can't actually use the map though.
But I can. Well, coming out, that is.
Let me resummon with a different exterior. I don't know whether this is a per exterior bug one or not. So let's have a look. So if I resummon, I can see the system immediately starts taking off. And this one isn't even pointing to the right location.
No, it's not. It's actually... How the hell did it get that?
Oh, it's all, that's the default it uses. It's like a heavy metal thing, I think. I don't know.
How interesting.
Right, so Vortech, in my opinion, is a good system. I do like it. Nice design work. You'll notice that it did use some of the HRO exteriors because it's made by, I think, the Cabits. Was the one who the last exterior you saw, not the Tron one, the last one. So they do have, you know, shared use. I believe Novatech also used some of theirs, and so yeah, overall good system. Did enjoy it.
Do you want to
some bugs, some issues. That memory leak was a very big issue. It should really be fixed. What should you say, sorry, Jack?
Just click on the power and group button for a second. What's the auto on and off?
Enables, disables the T2C to automatically pair up when you're online.
Right. It's okay.
Power on, grip on.
Press the power button. I should make sure we go through every single. Well, almost every single. Okay, fair enough. Actually, just leave it off for a second.
Oh, notice how the animation's still taking effect.
Yeah, really, that should just kind of just stop. All fairness. I was going to add something to this. Also, there's no cloister bell.
No, because that's because the cloister bell is actually for all options that are wrong. So if someone who isn't authorized uses the control, the cloister bell, there you go, will sound. That's how they're using the cloister bell in this system.
Okay. And I think they use it for the detonation, don't they?
But is there anything else we haven't covered? Detonation, we'll have a look at that in a moment. You've seen observation, guys. That's the turning on and off of that. Random non-grid, that just randomizes, basically, random grid one chooses a random grid location. Random non-grid, I think, chooses a private location. Halt, as you've seen, halts the thing in flight. Lands it. Press play, of course, shows information about the console. Takeoff does the exact thing as you've seen. Door, microphone and speak, pair and group, colour change of seats, and that's it. And then there's the add-on door, which if you click it, it opens up like that. Oop.
And you have to click on the bottom part to close it again. The
Bottom part.
bottom.
Up, there you go.
Yep.
So there you go, there's an add-on door for you.
In any case, folks,
Anyway.
the last bit we'll show is the destruction, and then we will go on to showing our verdicts.
Okay then, so destruction, and are you sure? Yes. Are you positively sure? Of course. Destination, 30 seconds. You get this cool close bell effect.
I'm going into mouse up, by the way. I recommend you do the same.
Okay.
There's a little sound as well that I can hear.
Yeah, it's very quiet.
A voice, yeah.
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But
Kaboom.
oh, it kind of pushed me a little bit. That's actually a very widely used explosion, isn't it? I've seen that on the Stargates use that, although it doesn't go so wide.
And there we go.
Yeah. So,
Okay then, guys.
while we are hovering, well, okay. Let's go ahead and give our verdicts. So, John,
Delete pad.
out of 10, what would you give? Tell you what, let's just give a verdict on the whole thing. So, out of 10, what would you give everything?
Overall, in total, for everything, or separately?
No, we'll just go for everything because there's not much difference between anything else. Just all together.
Okay. Well, I like the whole system in general, apart from the extra bugs and the memory issues that we suffered. Overall, I would say, after knocking off a few points, a very high. Yeah, about 7.5.
Interesting.
I was going to say 8, but I thought... No,
For me, folks, I'm going to say... I'll give it a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. So, folks, that is the end of our console review for the Vortech system.
Good system overall, but some bugs, some issues, but...
And some very confusing points as well. Especially with the doors and whatever. That literally just blows my... And the... Yeah, blows my mind. So, folks, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found this very informative. We've definitely found it very interesting, that is most certainly for sure. We might do another console related to Vortech in the future, just to give kind of a different kind of view on the design and how far wide the actual design range goes. So, until then, we'll see you soon. Take care, have a good day for the rest of the day, and remember...
Let your geeky side out, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye. That is all we have for today, folks.
Join us again next week on another Saturday Geeks video to find out what adventure we embark on next.
Thank you for watching. Feel free to like and comment on the video below. Remember to subscribe so you can keep up to date with our latest videos.
Till next time,
Take care, stay safe, and remember,
let your geeky side out.
out.
Toodle pip.
Toodle pip.